They told me that I was so naive with open question and so not a salesperson. Yeah. So this was nice for them, for the clients, they liked it. But for my team, they were decomposing themselves. What is she saying? What is she saying that this is not working? But it was true, this was not working. So I needed to say it.
So here's a thought. What if process automation wasn't just about speed and efficiency, but about understanding people? That's exactly how our guest today sees it. With a PhD in business process management and now leading R&D at Dassault Systèmes, she helps organizations transform chaotic, everyday operations into smooth, smart systems, all while keeping the human element at the core. Welcome to Collaboration Chronicles, and today's episode is a special one. We're going behind the processes, beyond the buzzwords, and into the story of someone who lives and breathes BPM and does it with purpose. So without further ado, I'm thrilled to welcome Manon to our third episode. Manon, so great to have you here. How's everything going?
Well, thank you. It's really great to be here too. And the day's been perfect. The summer is coming. I'm a summer person.
So I have some fun questions and maybe not that tricky questions in this podcast that I want to really ask you. I want to know about your expertise, about your journey, about the future of your field and where you work into. But first off, I will start with small question. Your journey in a sentence. How is it?
My journey. I would say that I'm a very optimistic person and I always see the glass completely full, never half full. Being that I always rush into every door that open for me. People that work around me, they usually really know me at the core. And so every time they open a door for me, they know I will be good at it. So I rush it without any hesitation. And this is how I got here.
Okay.
Just accepting opportunities.
Okay, but how do you think this opportunity came about, and how did your interest came into this field and into a tech person that you are today?
I was really not supposed to be here at the first. I was supposed to do chemistry.
Okay.
When I was in high school, I wanted to follow a chemistry path career, and unfortunately, I chose the wrong school.
Okay.
Everyone was saying, but don't worry, you will be able to do chemistry. But in the meantime, I have an open seat in my class to do informatics.
Okay.
Which I like to do some information systems and so on. And so this is how I got here.
Awesome. So it was just it's like that. What was the turning point where you entered into this amazing world of processes?
I've always been a process person. I'm very strict and on the rules and the frame in which I'm working. And I think people sensed it. So I was offered this position to do some programmation with Iterop in 2016, and I never left.
Okay. So you really love it.
Yeah, I do. And at first I joined the R&D team to do a prototype and to work this was my PhD subject. To support people in defining their processes without being stopped by the blank page and how they could start.
Yeah.
So this was the aim of the prototype. And at some point, I needed to test that prototype with clients, with real people, and not only me behind my computer. And so my boss took me on a client meeting, and I loved it.
Okay.
I loved so much the client facing.
How was the first experience with the client?
They told me that I was so naive with open question and so not a salesperson.
Yeah.
So this was nice for them, for the clients. They liked it. But for my team, they were decomposing themselves. What is she saying? What is she saying that this is not working? But it was true. This was not working. So I needed to say it. So yeah, it was real. And no face masks. Really, it was true honesty.
Okay. That's super interesting that how you came about into the BPM world. I like to ask, what do you think that this particular tool that you are creating, which is on processes, where would it go in the future and where is it going?
I like that lots of people think that BPM is something really rigid, written in rocks and not changeable. And the tool that we provide and that we've been providing for years is exactly to destroy that way of thinking and to show people that it's possible to improve processes really fast. And so this is something that I like, that every time we show and we demonstrate our tool, they are impressed by the rapidity, the quickness it is to just model something, deploy it, and then realizing that you forgot something, just improve it, change it, and redeploy it, and it's ready for the next launch. I like that we provide a tool that destroys every common thinking about BPM.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Also, I like that tool forces people to take a step back on their work and not stay very the nose right in their work and having to
follow the same things that have been coming since a long time.
Yeah. I've always liked this, being that person in the room who listens to everyone and say something very generic that covers everything very specific they've been saying for the whole hour, the whole session. And they were like, they were all like, oh yes, that's exactly what we're saying. And this covers all the cases, and that's good.
So let's say, imagine that everyone adapts the BPM tool, or like everyone starts using the process mindset in their all companies in future. Where do you think like this particular subject of having a process mindset, how it's going to change in the future with the coming in of, AI that is going to be here in a couple of years? Yeah. How do you think like the small as well as the huge companies that you are used to working with, they're going to adapt to it?
BPM can be fast, but it still has to follow a cycle of model, configure, deploy, orchestrate, monitor, and then remodel. That whole BPM cycle needs to be followed. And I'm particularly excited that with the upcoming of AI, we can maybe break that cycle and say that when I orchestrate, maybe I can at the same time decide to remodel the end of my processes that I've already started with a GPS. When your car is when you took a wrong turn, the GPS is adapting back. We still need to reach the objective.
Yeah.
So let's add a few more roads on the way to go the fastest possible, or the more economic way possible to that same objective that was set before. So I like that. And I also like that everything we've created is a software, a tool that is programmed in advance to help people. I like that with AI and conversational agents, you can talk with that tool. Mm-hmm. You can like have a conversation with it and say, what's the rest of my process? Describe it. Or I would like to do a workaround, or go through this other step instead, or...
With AI, I think like everyone will be able to use it. Person like marketer or a sales guy. You don't need like an IT person being involved, because my life right now is revolving around Google, AI, and ChatGPT. So I imagine it's kind of the same thing that we can expect in the processes.
We've always wanted this tool to be ergonomic enough and easy enough to be usable by anyone in the company. And I think that we successed a little bit in that field, because we've met lots of process designers who are not IT person at all, and they managed to create a process and then send it to their administrator, who then govern it. But I think that with AI, it will be way much faster and will reach way much more people.
Yeah, that's awesome. Can't wait for it. I will just turn back to one specific question that I have for you. What is it to work in tech industry as a woman in R&D department, and how is your experience shaping you for your future goals, like where you want to be? How working with different clients, like you said, from different countries, and working in a big company is helping you set up an example for other people who are going from the same situation, from chemistry to like the tech world?
Yeah. I don't know if it's because I'm very lucky or because I only see that full glass in front of me and I forget everything that was ever bad or wrong. But I don't think I've really felt someday, that being a woman was an issue or a problem. I can't explain why, but I really like that just being a professional and being good at what I do is sufficient. Mm-hmm. I would say, like, I have two examples in mind to things that happened where, these two people that were older than me and I had their daughter's age, and it could have been problematic. They couldn't see me as someone.
The peer.
Yeah, the peer. Exactly.
Yeah.
But I think I've made it clear, and they both instantly regretted it and said excuses. So that's it. For being a woman, I like it because it is seen successful, but I don't think I had to work harder than other people. As for being head R&D, so as I said, I joined this company with R&D team, and then I faced clients and I wanted to go to service. So I did 4 years and I managed the service team. And it was so nice to have field feedbacks and field experiences. And now that I'm R&D back, I have all these experiences that is so client oriented. Mm-hmm. And I feel that I can use it so much. I'm so glad to have that experience to bring it to the tool.
Awesome. Do you believe like the atmosphere that you're working in really impacts on how you are working? Like the people around you, like you said, like the two people when you told them that, yeah, you have to see me as a peer and not like as a daughter. Yeah. How do you, respond to this type of incidents that just come into your professional life?
Yeah, of course, the environment helps because, I've never really been in a position where I have to create, a vision. I've always had to apply a vision that was given to me and maybe take some decision, but always to stay in a path that was told by someone. Mm-hmm. And with that new position, I need to create that vision now. So it's something new, but I feel so much, I felt so much help and so much confidence in my peers that, I'm okay with, taking all this decision now. So yeah, trust is a lot, and also the good environment and the fact that we all think that we're like a family in here. It's really important to me.
Awesome. Really enjoy this talk. But coming towards the fun part, I want to ask you 3 quick fire questions to end this podcast, I would say. So the first one tool that you cannot live without.
My phone.
Your phone.
Yeah, I'm currently everything. I'm completely without it. And it's the tool that allows me to work even when I'm not working.
Okay.
So, I like being really
connected.
Yeah, connected.
All the time. Perfect. Second one, morning person or a night owl?
Completely night owl.
Night owl.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not morning person at all. In the game at home, okay. which music will get mem off.
Okay.
And yesterday it was Usher.
Usher. Okay. And third one, the last one, if not tech, then what career would you pursue?
Probably not chemistry. Okay. Sorry, because I'm probably I would have realized someday that it was not made for me. I would say dance. I dance a lot. Okay. It helps me being myself without having to say anything.
Yeah. It's like a form of expression.
Yeah.
Awesome. I think that's about it. That's all I have for this short podcast, I would say, Manon. And it's really nice and interesting to talk with you about your experiences, about how the BPM is shaping up the industry, where it's going, the introduction of AI and everything into it. If you have one last word to say to our listeners, feel free.
Say, come and join us.